Cheers from Japan, I'm the Tokyo Toy Bastard, and I've got a
Junk bag!
It's been a very, very long time since I've done a junk bag video. I found this big, lovely bag here, and I thought it had some potential. There were some things in here that I thought looked interesting, although it could end up being a big bust. But we shall see. And here we have kind of a mixture of Sofubi and Keshi. One of the things that grabbed my eye when I first saw this bag was this little Giban miniature Sofubi here. And this is something that can fetch quite a high price and are pretty hard to find. But it looks like he might be missing his arms. So hopefully his arms are somewhere inside of this bag. Another thing that I saw were some of the lower legs of one of the rarer articulated Dragon Ball Z Keshi. So maybe there's a whole figure in there. But otherwise, there's a whole bunch of random stuff in here. And one of my favorite things about these videos is that the things that I do not know, you guys always let me know in the comments, and it helps me learn. So I've learned a lot over the past year or so after I started doing these junk bag videos. So also real quick, I grabbed this at Mandarake in Nakano Broadway for 3,500 yen. It's a bit more than I normally spend on junk bags, but you know, I was willing to gamble for this video. Let's crack it open. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, I might just kind of fast forward through this while I sort through it, and anytime I find something interesting, I will stop and, you know, bring it to the camera and talk about it. So first, let's get a better look at this Giban here. It looks like his decal is coming off, which is, you know, we can fix that. I've actually been meaning to make a Giban video. If you're not familiar with Giban, it's a Metal Heroes tokusatsu series that came out in 1989. And oh, I actually have the Blu-ray like actually right across from me, and I did not plan that. But this is Giban, and I've been meaning to do a video on Giban because I have a bunch of his toys. Anyway, yeah, let's see if we can find his arms. Let's set him over here. We have a vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles keychain. Recently, I've been collecting Ninja Turtle stuff again. This may have been released in multiple countries, but I believe this was sold in Japan in little candy boxes in the early 90s. In Japan, they were known as the Mutant Turtles. No ninja was added to the title. So that's pretty cool. What else we got here? Wow. Oh, man. So sometimes certain types of rubber in these Keshi figures. By the way, if you're not familiar with Keshi, Keshi are essentially eraser collectibles, eraser figurines. But some of the older ones and various types of plastic and rubber tend to melt together. And here we have a nice example of some stuff that's just melted together completely. I don't know if any of these things will... Okay, we got some free here. But I think most of this stuff is going to be... Yikes, yeah, ruined. Got a Wonder Woman or something here. Is that Wonder Woman? I am kind of looking for, not DC specifically, but some of the Marvel Keshi after seeing some really awesome rare Marvel Keshi posted by Billy Galaxy Toys. But yeah, that's just going to be a chunk of art. We'll call this art. Here we got some kind of cool car tank thing. No wheels inside, but it's produced by Takara. Just curious to see if we have wheels in that. What do we got here? We've got some dude who looks disgruntled, and he's running. Meiji. Okay, so we got another candy toy, another candy toy, another candy toy company toy. Wow, I cannot speak. Wow, this one's pretty cool. We got a sumo. He's got articulated arms, butt cheeks, 1991, and it's a finger puppet.
Look at my titties.
Okay, here are those. Actually, these look like these are probably belong to Trunks. If you look at the feet there, those are Trunks' boots from Dragon Ball Z. Let's see if we can find Trunks' body.
What have you done with his body?
Yeah, we'll you know, get to it as we go. Got some random Gundam parts here, missing a lot of things. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff in here I'm gonna try to piece together. I'm guessing a lot of the stuff is probably just missing and it was just all thrown together. Here we have Guriko, another candy prize toy, and this looks like it's some kind of UFO pencil topper. Well, that's pretty cool. This is one my friend Chris would probably really love. He's into apes. This is a nice gorilla. Nice. Hey, here we go. Mechagodzilla, classic Mechagodzilla. This is from one of the 90s candy toy series. I actually have this in a couple different colors. But yeah, again, missing the tail and the arms, unfortunately. But hopefully it's in here. All right, now that I've taken a look at a few of the items in here, I'm going to just kind of speed run through this, and you know, I'll stop when there's something that's interesting, and I'll try to make sense out of what's good and what's just gonna be thrown in the trash. Like this, yet again, horribly melted shit. All right, let's get to it. Alright guys, this was a bit of a bust, but there is some interesting stuff in here. And there is still some things in here that I need to throw away. But I've collected the stuff that I'm not interested in, or that is basically garbage. I've put into this bag here, and there's quite a lot of it. I'm sure if, oh wait a second, is that a Gabara? I don't think I even noticed that before. Yeah, there's a little Gabara in there. I wonder if I can get that one cleaned up. Alright, I'm gonna add him to the kaiju. I'm sure if I like took this back to Mandarake, I'd probably get, you know, like 500 yen or something out of this bag. So I might do that just at least to get $5 back, essentially. We'll go through this real quick just to show you what I did find. And there actually is some value here and some things that I want to hold on to. So it's not a complete bust, but there's the stuff that I was hoping to find wasn't here. So as you can see, Juban did not have his arms. However, this is still a really rare thing to find, so I will be holding on to this Juban. The Ninja Turtle's awesome, so he's gonna go into the collection.
Oh, a fellow checker, eh?
These little guys here, are these Mega Man? You know, I'm not a video game person. I'm only familiar with a handful of video games. So let me know what these are in the comments. I know this is not Mega Man specifically, but it looks very similar to that. Unfortunately, missing pieces. So this guy, I think, would be the only salvageable thing. So it does say Sega, so that would not be Mega Man. So anyway, it's some kind of 90s video game character, that's for sure. So yeah, these are going into the garbage bag. These cars here, unfortunately, all of these are really cool looking, so I'll probably keep one for my personal collection just to display. But yeah, they didn't have any wheels, and there were no wheels inside. There were a lot of parts of things that looked like wheel pieces, but nothing that would complete one of these cars. These guys right here are interesting, but they're not interesting enough for me to want to collect. These just, I mean...
What?
Yeah. The Mechagodzilla, I got really excited because I found the tail after the tail was missing, but both of his arms were missing. There was a King Ghidorah, but his wings were missing. We also had Mothra, his wings were missing. We had this really cool Balton, his arm was gone. We have King Ghidorah's legs, no head, no tail. Yet another Balton, this one with missing 2 arms. A Batra, missing his wings. And some more King Ghidorah legs in a different color. These are all garbage. We did also have an LA King, which I thought up until now was okay, but now I'm realizing one of his antenna is missing and his tail is missing too. More garbage. For Ultraman, we did have a couple little things. We had this flying Ultraman, which is kind of cool. I think I actually have this in a different color, but you know, that's a win. This is something I'd pay $1 for. And then also one of my favorite Ultra characters, Ultra 7. We have this little hollow plastic candy toy. Unfortunately, since it's been mixed in together with some of the older Keshi, he started to melt. But you know, I'll still hang on to him. I have a big soft spot for Ultra 7. And we did have a few salvageable Godzilla Keshi here. These are some of the late 90s glow-in-the-dark ones. And I don't collect this series specifically, but I can get these cleaned up, and I'm sure someone that I know will want these, so I will put these to the side here. And also, we have a little chibi Godzilla, which I'm just noticing is missing a tail, so in the garbage you go. And this really funky Gaburo. I've never seen this Keshi before. I'm gonna get that one cleaned up and try to do some research on that. Alright, so there's my little tokusatsu pile. Other stuff from previously. There are some other Keshi in here that are kind of cool, like these Gundam or Gundam-like things. I know this is Gundam. I'm not sure about these two. These are really neat, but it's not the type of thing that I collect. So these will go back into the garbage bag, which, you know, there's stuff in here that I'm certain someone will want, so I'll just take it back in there. We're just taking out the stuff that we want. I actually really like these two. I might hang on to these two. But yeah, I'll put these over here. Another little lot of miscellaneous Keshi. I don't know what these are. These are neat. You've got like Math Book Man. I don't know if is that a Kaneko Man character? I don't think so. I think this is Samurai Pizza Cats, this character. I'm gonna hang on to that one because I'm pretty sure I've got some friends that will be asking me about that. And this like bat and stuff. These are all cool, but these are honestly not things that I would keep in my collection, but they are nice and interesting, so I will keep them here in case one of you guys are interested. Feel free to hit me up on my Instagram at Tokyo Toy Bastard. And this one, I'm not sure what this is. At first I thought it was like a Nicholas Fortress. Maybe it is, but it's like the battle axe is broken. But I'm gonna add it in over here with these guys. There is this whole pile of miscellaneous, like, you know, cheap plastic animals, which I kind of love. So I might keep some of these for myself. I like these kind of things. The best out of all those though is the ape for sure. Look at his belly. And there was also this old school, like, you know, witch's finger. That's kind of cool too. I don't really need this or want this, but it's cool to see. There's a couple of Captain Tsubasa Keshi, which I've never watched. My friends that visit from South America are really into Captain Tsubasa. So, and these are two really clean examples out of some that were really ratty. So I just held on to them, and I'll just add them over here with these other random. There was also some Gatchaman, Battle of the Planets, whatever you want to call it, Keshi, which I have a couple friends that are into that. Dave from Toy Polloi, and I believe my friend Steven are into these. So I'll hang on to these guys. I've never seen those Keshi before. And I believe these are Dragon Quest or something related to Dragon Quest. They have that 90s Toriyama style, but they're like an ultra squishy rubber. They're not like the harder eraser material. And they've all got like these weird holes in their heads and chests and things. So I'm assuming there was some kind of feature that went along with these, but they're really cool sculpts, so I held on to these as well. Here's two of the just really interesting ones. What looks like some kind of like Chinese dictator or something, which he's really dirty, but I like the sculpt, and he's got kanji or something written on his back, but I can't quite make it out. If you know who this is, let me know. This one is one of my favorites from this lot. You've got this happy little kid, and turn to the side, he's actually squatting and showing his ass. So that's a win. This guy too, I don't know what it is, but I want to find out what it is first. It reminds me almost of Dr. Slump, but it's not Dr. Slump. But I kind of like the proportions, and even though it's all scratched up, I like the feeling and proportions and the paint and plastic on this thing for some reason. That's a keeper. The little sumo's a keeper. Unfortunately, no Goku upper half. But these are really hard to find, so I do hold on to the parts for these. So I actually have a little tray of miscellaneous parts from this articulated Dragon Ball Keshi line, so I will put that aside and hold on to it and just try to gather more parts. Also, we have some more DC. So before I found that Wonder Woman, so here we've got Superman, and I'm not sure, is this Lex Luthor? I'm not a big DC person. I know who Batman is, I know who Superman is, but I can't quite tell who this is. But it does say DC Comics. My first thought was Lex Luthor. And it looks like it's a pencil topper, so that's kind of cool. We also have this Master Roshi or Kame Sennin head, and I believe this was actually part of like, there was like a mechanical pencil of sorts and also some kind of thing that like smacked its hands, but they both had like a mechanical feature where he's either like trying to grab tits or he's groping or something like that. I don't know. Basically, Master Roshi doing, you know, Master Roshi stuff. But it's cool just having the head, so I'll probably make this into a custom. Here's one of the coolest things in this lot. This is a little eraser Daruma, and Daruma are kind of a traditional Japanese toy or decoration where you would basically set a goal and then paint the eye, and then once you accomplish the goal, you paint the other eye. I'm not sure what the kanji says here, but this is just a really cool looking piece, so this will go into my collection. I really like this one. We have some Gegege no Kitaro Keshi, which I have some friends that dig this, and I've never seen this blue one. I assume this is from Kitaro, but maybe not. But it's really neat. It's just like a hairy head. That's one I might keep for myself if none of my friends want it. But I do have some friends that will want these for sure. And putting those aside. And this guy, he's not a Kitaro character, but he's in the same kind of vein. Just kind of creepy dude. I don't know what he's from, but I like the colors, the three different colors that they've used on this one. And it says it's Nintendo, so I assume this is from a Nintendo game, but I do not know which Nintendo game. So yet again, let me know what game this is from in the comments. Okay, here we have an assortment of Kyoshi, or Chinese vampires, and quite a lot of them actually. These probably make up the bulk of the value of this lot. Anything that's vintage Kyoshi typically sells for quite a lot. I've seen this particular Keshi with the multiple parts, missing arms, still sell for like over 40 bucks. A couple sets of bodies. I got this head. I've got a different head that goes with another one. I've got a hat. I've got one here where you've got, it's just a solid piece, but this one's got the like a tablet on his head, because in the old 80s and early 90s Chinese movies and Japanese anime that reference the movies, if you stuck certain like spells written in kanji or whatever you would call those things, you would stick them on their heads, and that would prevent them from attacking you. Basically, they were just like jumping, hopping towards you and in awkward rigor mortis motion. But yeah, so I'll hang on to these because those could prove useful if I find more parts. But these two right here are really cool. So here we've got a little Sofubi miniature version that has a ball bearing in the bottom, and this would have been like a candy toy or possibly a Gashapon toy in the early 90s. It looks like, you know, it just rolls across the table. That's a cool one. That's a keeper for sure. And then this one right here is probably one of my favorites. It's just like it's just a little like, you know, action feature toy. That's super cool. Actually, one of my favorite kung fu movies is a Kyung-shi movie. I think one of the very first ones by Sammo Hung, called Spooky Encounters, or Spooky Encounters of the Third Kind. Sammo Hung being Jackie Chan's, like, you know, older brother, or mentor when they were growing up in the Chinese opera. So yeah, if you've never seen any of the Kyongshi stuff or want to know what that is, check out Sammo Hung's Encounters of the Spooky Kind. That movie is hilarious and awesome. It's kind of like Kung Fu Evil Dead, sort of like old school. Yeah, check it out. But yeah, this little guy is awesome. Dig it. And at first I thought this was related because it had the same kind of, you know, same kind of hat, but this is just a duck. But it does look rather possessed. So maybe we'll say this is a Chinese vampire zombie duck. And the very last object I have here is a little Keshi Dako-chan. And Dako-chan was the original mascot for the toy company Takara, dating back at least to the 60s, I believe. Essentially, Dako means like to hold, like if a child wants you to pick them up in Japan, they will say Dako, Dako. But they have since changed the mascot. But yeah, they've since changed the mascot because Dako-chan is a little bit Alright guys, and there you have it. This is probably one of the weakest junk bags I've ever done, but it was also a lot of fun to go through it. I think the price that I paid was fair, although a lot of this stuff is, you know, typically the kind of thing you got to hold on for a while just to, you know, maybe piece it together. But yeah, again, some really rare items. You know, hopefully I can find some other pieces. We shall see. Any of the stuff that I said would be possibly up for grabs. Just let me know. Or if you guys want like all the trash, all the stuff that I don't want at all, hit me up. I'll sell it to you for cheap. But the shipping might be quite expensive. It is rather heavy. If I had to pick my favorites out of this lot, I think these guys right here. Yeah, even this duck. Melter 7, Gorilla, Jiban if he had his arms. If he had his arms, that would be great. And this new guy, this new custom. We're gonna call him Shitface. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more junk bags, let me know, and I would be more than happy to pick up some more in the near future. If you haven't already watched my previous junk bag videos, make sure you check them out. I'll link them right here on the side. Until next time, catch you later, alligators.